Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Reigns Her Majesty. Let's continue. So, let's see. Rachel's brutal death was forever an example of poetic justice. I guess it's always poetic justice if you run out of money. Queen Iris faces enormous challenges with religious clashes at their boiling point. Ports are crawling with criminal activity. I'm scared. Would you send an army to crack down? Yeah, let's go with a super strong army. We must hunt down the vampire scourge. Please, my queen. Fund our new silver weaponry. Sure. Wait, silver? Isn't that werewolves? If you hold your breath for long enough, I can see the stars moving. Please let me build a full-size cosmic model. Sure. We're just gonna run out of money very quickly. Like, you've got to say no to something very quickly here. And here we have the All Mother coming back. I don't know why, but we'll take it. Ah. My child. Are you happy? You see so many turnings of the wheel of stars. You live so many lives. You are the forever queen. That is my gift to you. You will have the honor of delivering this land from the grasping finger of little men and their little gods. And we get the weird glitching. Only love me, obey me, be as one of my acolytes. Seek the counsel of my highest priestess. And in the maze of green, follow the sun to make it disappear. And the queen is dead. We get a slight hint there. Yep. What is that supposed to mean? Like, was that supposed to mean anything? Did we get that prompt because we were over 1120 at that point? Who knows? Queen Rachel now comes to this land amid renaissance of optimism and invention, so we should go in that direction. Let's offer a patronage to this promising young sculptor, sure. So I just became the enlightened. My commander, you've always been impeccable. My commander's always been an impeccable man, yet now he cannot say why his wife disappeared. What should I do? Believe in him? Investigate him? Well, I mean, I guess you should investigate him. Investigating the popular commander proves to be controversial. It can transmute plain straw into linen threads. People will be thrilled at the savings. Just give me the command. Do it. Let's not. I mean, problem here with any game like this is you're just going to want to do everything. It work too well, people end up with too much cloth and not enough food. This is the first sculpture from your crochet. Look at those curves, this passion. Where would you display it? How about the attic? The royal parlor. I think we have to say royal parlor. This throne room sculpture is not of too respectable taste. Why does this young lady faint so lasciviously? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Religious ecstasy. Or I'm into it. Let's go with I'm into it. Like, we tried to go with the church once and it really just ended up being a dud. Want to build an exploration society in the capital with the queen's favor? Yes, no. I mean, seriously, I should say no, but let's just go with yes and die again. You may, in runs like this, get a very small bit of help in that you'll have one final response to a path you started, which may be this card in this case. Let's see. Investigated the commander whose wife disappeared. At last he confessed to me she ran wild. That solves that. Are you sure? Oh, good work. Let's just go with all you sure. Once again, we lose, so... The trick here seems definitely you gotta pick a path and stick to only that path and say no to everything else. I'm just gonna have to do that. Queen Edwina takes the throne in the hopes of carrying a family legacy of order. Okay. So we should go with order. If you ask me, the explorer is just trying to spend the treasury wooing your ladies behind your back. He'll find something. Maybe so. And this is the Baroness of Port Seed. She falls over herself to apologize for the insult. Strange news, my commander told me his wife is now with another man, but I cannot find this man. He's just hiding. It's suspicious. My people don't believe in vampires. Don't you think there's another explanation? I don't even know what the response here is. I'm sure. Not sure. Let's go with I'm sure. Inside the marrow of a bone, I find flakes of metallic silt. Have you any solvent spray I can use to clean them? Well, let's try the royal perfume. The royal perfume, yes, the chemicals inside it will be perfect for my eldritch process. Thank you. Good luck. My commander recently married again. Maybe it's time I forget all about this mysterious way of his first wife. Keep searching. I mean, this is a mystery. Everything about the commander checks out, but something is still bothering you. And see, we just lost to the church again, but we'll do the royal perfume. It's hard to pick between family and diplomacy. My cousin is facing charges of these. Should I bail him out? I think we have to say no. Traveling merchant is at the gates. Recruit the merchant. Shall we welcome her in? Yes, you have to say yes to that one. Lady, I'm Master Mussolini. Now bring you exotical, bustamous, and possibly even magical wares from all of the land. What is butamous? Let's go with magical. This clearly we're more interested in magical. Indeed, there will be no risks or problems with my goods, none. I'll go ahead and set up shop. Wonderful. Yep. Perhaps as we unlock cards, we'll put to rest the odds or lower the odds of getting bad cards. That will slowly increase our chances of going further in these reigns, because these reigns are pathetically short. Like they're shorter than most presidencies. We have guests from your country to the west tonight. My queen, will you teach me how to make the right impression? Sure. Do your own job. I guess we'll go sure. Do prefer... do Westerners prefer a humble greeting or a confident one? Let's go with humble. That's what I thought. So for welcome gifts, should I be luxurious or personal? Let's go with personal. Boy, I've already been warned about one thing I must never do. It's interrupt or refuse food. Let's go with refuse food. I can't think of what else to ask. I suppose I must be all ready for the visit. Good luck. Of course, everything you told him was wrong. What? Oh, so was everything no matter what you said, going to be wrong? Or do you have to literally memorize the right answers for Westerners? Oh, this little star clock is really cute. I love gadgets. Can I look at it? Have a look. Sure. Well, this is really an unusual piece. You know how it's broken though, right? Want me to fix it? Please. So we needed to unlock the merchant to fix the clock. So we now are the faithful, and the mysteries of the zodiac are unlocked. A beautiful embellished clock turning its gears to the right in the right location can allow you to change your astrological destiny. Which maybe we need to do that with the fox. Demonstrate more piety. Or should I just use the royal perfume? Royal perfume didn't work in that scenario. And you might as well just throw everything at this point. Now we've got Rain's Game of Thrones advertisement showing up in the top right. So is that an indication perhaps that even the game itself thinks that you have gone as far as it cares to really make you go? I mean, there's still a lot to do in this game. I mean, I guess I should applaud the game for not advertising so blatantly immediately, but then I really would just take all of that applause back now that it is blatantly advertising. We still have yet to see the Mechanical Owl. We need to host a neighboring kingdom and discover a new world, which I think I kind of understand how I'd probably do those. Symbols of Edwina the Faithful said death will forever be a part of folk holidays, chosen for her impeccable manners. Elise aims to insist confidence in the crown. Found a very rare magic mirror only made for queens. You may need to borrow from the treasury. Let's go with mine. Your people will grow stronger crops if you allow them to add this tincture to the soil. Sure. Majesty. Well, General Vale dug up all my garlic to stop the vampire. May I be reimbursed? It's for the greater good. Well, no, it's a disaster. Our potato crop has doubled. Each potato is the size of a grape. I'll buy some. That's your problem. Alchemist grapeside potatoes prove to be trendy esports. Yeah, and just like that, we're like immediately out of money again. And I was trying not to spend money. Yeah, and it just reset the timeline there. Yeah, it just started squeezing things. Let's see. Let's see. Queen Emily was chosen to strengthen ties with the West. She may not be welcomed in her new land. Let's see. If you ever want to know your horoscope, show it to me. Sure. A star clock crafted from blessed metals. If you use this at a sacred astrological site, you may change your destiny. What's my sign? Yeah. What sacred site? Where the ancient stones once lay, a king built a garden maze, she says. So they're hinting towards this like green maze as being a final challenge, but we have yet to see it. I want to paint a barrel of apples in the sun, says this guy. We'll say yes. The dramatic painting turns out to be a commentary on entropy. I'm really skipping a lot of dialogue here. Gentle wife, will you counsel the kingdom's high judge on some cases? Sure. The sea is mighty in these times. Sign this degree and we'll build a royal fleet in your name. Sure. Sometimes you hear strange voices coming from the mirror you brought from the master Mussolini. Yes, no. Let's see. What if we do that? I guess we have to go with yes. You can't seem to stop yourself looking at yourself. I seek a cure for the foul curse that has kept me awake for centuries. Please help me before I kill again. Alright, let's see. How? Magic spell invention written in an ancient book. Lost the time. Alas, oh. Oh well. Stop crying. Again, we'll... This is not the right magical book to cure my curse subs. I am truly doomed. Yes. A man trespassed on a neighbor's farm and was gored by a neighbor's ox. Is he entitled to damage? Damages. Nope. If you're breaking the law and you get injured, you're not entitled to damages at that point. Justice Waxberg rules that there should be goring allowances for farm intruders. Now, is there anything here to stop this ending? Nope. We got our popularity too high and we lost again. I mean, it's practically an insult that the game says long live the queen. There's just no way, unless I'm just such a terrible player at this game. National discontent and simmering aggression. You gather the items you inherited from the last queen. You face the mirror is new. Your advisors are waiting. Enter the throne room. Let them wait. Yeah, let's go with let them wait. Saw a broken mechanical owl in the corner of your duel room. Want me to fix it? I love that type of thing. Yes. Finally. With the owl repaired, the royal duel chamber is now back in business. That was probably an hour and a half ago of straight gameplay when they last mentioned the duel chamber. Gentry's garish dancing balls disrupt my sacred rites. Please decree the 6th day a holiday of silence. Yes, no. I mean, it really seems like you would be kind of crazy to say no to this lady, who's the acolyte. My queen, it's so exciting. I've fallen in love with a young steward. May I have your blessing? Of course, sure. Maybe I should have said no. Hunt down this spellbound warehouse. Shall I bring you him alive or dead? He's already dead. Bring him to me dead, sure. Come to think of it, aren't vampires already dead? I've had enough of Wolfia. Must we really have old plants and animal guts in our fine chambers? Alright, now look in the lower right hand corner. That's a zodiac symbol. So let's see what happens if Destiny Clock does anything. That didn't do anything. So either I go with we must, or I'll talk to her. I think we go with we must. My new boyfriend, the steward, is so sweet. He took me on a picnic and shared his bread crust. Sounds nice. Well, I mean, I don't see any reason why not to say that sounds nice. Or should we go with that's it? My boyfriend gave me a handful of daisies from the front yard. It was a birthday gift. Happy birthday, daisies. Come on. One glass of wine and that acolyte ends up going around barefoot in the ladies' room. She needs a good lashing. Fine. Too messy. The ladies are going to need to start taking care of their own drama. Oddly, that seems to be about the only thing that really differentiates this from Reigns, is that you have more female attendants doing more stereotypical female maidenly gossiping and such. The peasantry have been throwing stones at our patrols. How can we make them respect the city watch? Crack down, hand out gifts. I guess we gotta go with crack down. On this one, I don't think any of my items would change anything. My boyfriend, the steward, is spending a few days having men's time with his friends. I guess he works hard. As a steward? Question mark? Let's see. When the people are afraid, they become harder to rule. I counsel you practice love, my queen. Wait, let's see what our thing is. What's my sign? Let's just ask that. Stars tell me your age of Aries, a time when wars of men rang out across the land. Our armies are ready. Things are okay with my boyfriend. Sometimes I feel like he's not listening to me when I talk. That's not good. You talk a lot. Let's go with that's not good. We ran out of money, but we're super strong in the military, but it doesn't seem like that matters. Pass the sainthood test. Steps into rule a divided land which has polarized expectations resting upon her. I felt strange rumblings low in the earth of late. Blood from a royal cow may stop the earthquakes. Well, let's first find out what our sign is, and we're just going to have to do this several times. Taurus. So Aries, Taurus. I could probably just look this up. Earthquakes. My queen, do you think the young steward loves me as much as I love him? No, let's go with you deserve better. I need royal advice. What's worse, an unsatisfying relationship or being alone? Bad relationship. She breaks up with the steward. It seems hard for her, but before too long she's much happier. What was the point of all that? I sense witchcraft vibrating abundantly in this court. This cardinals wants you to attend trials of suspicious persons. Fine. We'll have a good witch trial. Let's try your royal chef. She seems humble, but what if the boss she brews are evil? Let's find out. That's crazy. Then you must act as her interrogator too, says Cardinal Vincenzo with eyes gleaming. Oh please, great lady, I ain't no witch. Now, let's take a moment. As far as I recall, let's look at this portrait gallery. We've had some tanned Middle Eastern looking characters, but we haven't had any that, well, the noblewoman is clearly dark-skinned, African of descent. But it does seem odd that the first person we would potentially have speaking in broken English would be a black person. Like, why not have the farmer talk really poorly? But frankly, probably not have anybody talk poorly using phrases like I ain't no witch, because there's just so little dialogue in these cards anyways that it doesn't make sense to try to stylize what's being said per each character. You'd need to write a good 2 or 3 paragraphs before it became obvious that you were doing that for many characters. I'm just a poor unmarried cook, no husband. For how long? Let's see. How long have you been a cook? Or no husband? Which one is more interesting of a question? All my life, your graciousness, she squeaks. I promise you, all I've done was to pick up some herbs. I promise you I won't go picking in the churchyard again. What was it? Where are you from? I care more about it. It was just a little grave rose, she cries. Tastes nice. I'm begging you, beautiful queen. I'm as innocent as a lizard. Doesn't your lord heap blessings on the merciful? Who's lord? A lizard? Silly me, she laughs. Innocent as a wizard, I meant. Enough questions, I now shall make my ruling. What is the queen's recognition? Is this woman a witch? She is. She isn't. Let's go with she isn't. Carnarvonshire is disappointed having brought his favorite torch. Alright, we got away with it. That was legit. Thanks so much for bailing me out. I owe you my magical expertise. Wait, witch? You speak oddly. Let's go with you speak oddly. Don't freak. Witchcraft is the key to women's resistance. Don't trust that fake acolyte and her Earth Mother act. So now we have a different, like, witchcraft religion instead of a more Earth Goddess pagan type religion. Let's see. But that may very well get us a different kind of spell, so let's go with oh great. You hoped Cardinal Vincenzo doesn't find out about this? We should have a big summer fair. It should last a month, with contests and prizes for everyone. Are you in? That sounds like that would cost a lot, but let's go with yes. Summer festival will now begin. My queen, please honor us with your choice. What present? Who will present their talent this year? Who? Wave elegantly. Or go woo. That doesn't even seem like that's a response to the question. It says, who will present their talent this year? Answers possibly are woo or wave elegantly. A tribute of fine cloves, spices, and silver are brought to your dais. I can solve complicated financial mathematics right before your eyes. Everyone will be amazed. Alright, well, let's go with him and say, do it. Previous festival years were more exciting. Is this dynasty weaker than your previous years? Maybe. How dare you? My folks are devoted to women's education, but do you think you might celebrate women's beauty just as much? Let's go with of course. I mean, we could also try to get our zodiac sign read, but do we need to see that every single time? It's a pleasure to have so many other women envy you, is it not? It's alright, admit it. I mean, I feel like the answer should be yes. Here. Night just gave me a boost in everything, so the mirror, although it's not an actual object, seems to have unlocked a path that is helpful. The church wine is too expensive, let's just use local wineries, it's better for everyone. Go with yes. As a nun, I proudly live a humble life, but for a little worldly coin I might share a sacrament of the church. Let's go with no thanks on that one. Listen to this, dear. The bones of a noble lady were found buried under the army barracks wrapped in silk. What should we do? Her lover, her husband. Like these answers are stopping or don't even make sense. The bones of a noble lady were found buried under the army barracks. So that must have been her lover. Or maybe it's her husband. Let's go with her husband because it might connect to that previous story of the guy and his wife disappearing. The commander is eventually convicted. General Val seems relieved of a burden he never speaks of again. My queen, an idea. Let's gather diaries from your court and bury them for countrymen to discover in the future. That's silly. Whatever. Many fashionable members of the court help you bury the time capsule. Want to be able to see enemies from afar. The palace needs a tower. Yes. Let's go with too many towers. The events of this world are all controlled by the stars. My queen, do you know about astrology? Tell me. I guess we'll say yes. Some events can only occur when the sign is right. Take note of the sign under which you're born. We might as well just go with what's my sign. Let's see. We are still... Let's see. You were born in the time of the Taurus when the energy life shakes the earth and all its creatures. Let's get lit. For my next expedition, shall I cross the sea for glory or quest north in search of treasure? Cross the sea. Maybe this will discover a new world. In your latest portrait, you are painted clasping poppies and wearing a wreath of gold. These are evil emblems. Imagining things. I'll change it. I guess we'll go with I'll change it. Like, I'm just desperately trying not to lose here. We've made it to 16 years, which may be our longest run yet. We returned from our expedition across the sea last we were beset by storms and half of your fleet was lost. Try north then. Alright. Your portrait is a little dull. You should be in seraphonic armor, raising a flag over the battlefield. I'll change it. No one asked you. Let's go with that one. Far to the north, we discovered a tribe of winter barbarians. I gallantly took one prisoner. What is your wish? Send her in. No treasure. Alright, maybe we'll unlock another character. The worldly. Discover a new world. New cards, northern exposure. I could have killed him, but I wanted to meet the strange queen. I've heard such tales of you. Let's wrestle. Let's. Sure. Nothing went in your favor, but only your dignity was harmed. A wild crowd is bearing gifts for your beloved queen. They're tearing down the drawbridge. And yeah, there's just nothing you can do here. So we made it to 19 years. Again, unless this could change the fate. We once again end on the same old endings. Let's see. There is still quite a massive list of things to do. Things like the Lost feel like something you can't even unlock until you've unlocked other things. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case for several of these things. And then we really aren't making any progress as far as finding other ways to die. So I wouldn't be surprised at this point if we don't actually have the capability, or if we actually will beat the game and not see all the different endings. We are getting closer towards the end as far as unlocking characters, which once we've seen all the characters, there's apparently 14 left, then that tells us that there are 14 branches. Potentially you can go down, unless something changes, it feels like you can maybe go down 2 or 3 of them and you have to reject all the others just to keep things balanced. And even if there are potentially 14 paths and I haven't gotten very deep in any of them, they still feel like they would probably unlock a second set of cards in the middle as a checkpoint, instead of potentially unlocking a set of cards at the very end, because 261 seems to be about a quarter to a third of all the cards, so it feels like there probably is 1,000 cards on the dot, and a lot of them may very well be either cards that you are very unlikely to see because they'll be so late game, or they're going to be very random cards that we start seeing quite a bit that just have a single output. Like, it feels like if you complete a path, you probably should get 10 or 12 cards that just give you a boost in gold, or boost in your relationship with the church or the people or the military. But getting a boost may not even be the thing you need at specific times. Really, the game needs to be programmed in such a way that it starts to cheat for you a lot better than it is now, if it is cheating for you at all now, because you're gonna run into a situation where the first 80% of every run is going to get very repetitive, to the point where nobody's going to bother to continue playing just for that last 20% of potential new content. Anyways, it's been over 30 minutes again, so that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.